Let's have a look at the processing sketch that's going to enable us to get OSC messages from TouchOSC running on an Android device into the processing sketch. So the first thing that we'll need in this sketch is the OSC P5 libraries written by Andreas Schlegel. You need to go to his website here and download the libraries and install them in the libraries folder of your processing sketches. Next, in setup, I'm going to set the frame rate to 25. This is a good frame rate to run Maya at, and a good frame rate to run all of the sketches that are going to be delivering information to Maya. The port I'm going to use is 8000. I'm going to need to set that matching port on TouchOSC on my phone. I'm using the OSC P5 plug method and some of the example code that was on Andreas's website. I'm going to initialize two plugs here and instantiate them to F1, and that's going to be the method, and it's going to listen to /1, that's the first page layout, and the message is coming from fader 1. F2 is going to be the second method, and it's going to listen to fader 2. Next, I declare my two methods, and F1 here matches F1, and it's going to return a value and print the value. And the same with F2. The background draw, we're just going to draw that with black. The last part of this processing sketch is a clever little bit that checks for any OSC messages that are not caught by a plug, and these being the two plugs we have above here. And this lets me find out easily what addresses are being sent from the TouchOSC and find out what variable type that they're sending. So you can comment this out after you get your sketch working at the end. Next, I'm going to tether my Android phone using Bluetooth tethering to my Mac and connect. I get a confirmation on my phone, and when it's connected I get an IP address. This IP address is important. I'm going to have to put that into the TouchOSC on my phone to connect the two together. I'm going to start up TouchOSC on my phone and check to see whether the IP address matches the one in my network preferences and the port number as well. I'm on the simple layout, so I'll go down to done, and now we see that we have 4 sliders. I'm going to start my sketch in processing and move the slider. I see I'm receiving float values that correspond to the slider positions. In addition, if I touch another slider that I don't have plugged, I get a message as to the address and the type of data that is being sent. In this case, I'm now touching layout 1, fader 4, and it's sending a float. Now I'm touching layout 1, toggle 4, it's also sending a float. This is an easy way to look through some of these other layouts that TouchOSC gives you and discover their addresses so you can work with them further.